Sup nerds, so today we're going to be doing something a little different. If you're here, you clicked on this video probably because you might be interested in starting your own YouTube channel and perhaps wondering how much you can expect to earn after hitting that sweet 1K subscriber mark. Or maybe you don't really care about that, but you're just curious about how much channels like mine earn. I know I was very curious about that before I got monetized. And yeah, we hear stories of YouTubers who went viral and started making bank within a month or two, but deep inside you probably may or may not know that those are usually rare cases, like one in thousands, maybe even one in hundreds of thousands. And of course, there might not actually be a quote-quote normal case or a standard case in gaming YouTube channels, because as we know, it will be different for everyone. That's just how things go. But I can at least show you how it was for me, Nerdbucket. And I think my case is mostly realistic since none of my videos really went viral, nor am I one of those superhuman YouTubers who pump out multiple videos a day every day. For the most part, I do post 2 videos a week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. Sometimes I might even do less. It all depends on my schedule, but that's usually how things go. Just a little anonymous channel in the ocean of content creators in which only those who break through the surface by going viral compete with one another for the limited views that the rest of humanity can provide, while all the rest of us just slowly drown in the dark abyss of being forgotten. So let's take a look at how much a small gaming channel realistically makes in the first 6 months of being monetized. Now, I won't be talking about the whole history of Nerdbucket in this video. I can talk about it if enough people are interested in that in another video. But I think it is important to at least mention that I did create this channel way back in 2018, just so people know that sometimes it does take a while for you to monetize. Now, did I consistently post videos the entire time since 2018? The short and simple answer is no. The more complicated answer is, well, yes. And though I did always make collection videos, it wasn't always that I did gaming videos. And even then, I only started making Fallout 76 videos, which is what most of my videos are nowadays, way back in April 2023. And that's kind of where things really started for my channel. Because before that, even for several years, I stayed below 100 subscribers. So I guess maybe my case isn't that normal, since it definitely did take longer than most gaming channels to even reach 500 subs. But once I did start with Fallout 76 collection videos, it did take around 10 months for us to monetize this channel in February 2024. And 10 months does sound a little more normal. But now let's look at what matters. We did monetize in February 15th, so now that July is done, we get 5.5 months, which I will round up to 6 months of data. So yeah, let's take a look at how much we've been making for the last 6 months. Like I mentioned, February is when we did get monetized, but it was only on the 15th, so we only had half a month to get money. So we did only make $6.29 from that, and as you can see, we did get a lot less monetized playbacks than all the other months, so it does make sense that we did make the least amount in February. This says August. December, it did say we got like 29, but I think this was like a super thanks thing that my friend did way back in December, because they did lower the requirements to monetize, but it wasn't like the full monetization, it was just like super thanks that could unlock, and that was in December. So my friend did donate 29 cents back then. But as for full monetization with 1,000 subs and 4,000 watched hours, yeah, we did that on February. This is how much we got from that. This is views. And April 8th, we made our first Fallout video. And then even then, you can see that the views don't really go up that much. It only really started going up over here with November 23, when we did make the update to every power armor skins right there. So it went from average of like 100 views, 130 to 1,500, little peaks, you know, 1,200. So it definitely started growing from there. People were speculating about the next GTA. There were news about the Fallout TV show on the horizon. So I guess there was some hype to it, which is how we got these little peaks of views. And then things kind of died down again with tiny little peaks here and there until things really picked up only really at April. But I'm jumping the gun here. Let's go back. So yeah, February we did $629, and then March, the very next month, we did make $28.40, which is still not enough for you to withdraw. The limit to withdraw is $100. So we went 2 2 months without being able to withdraw. You know, for smaller channels, that is fairly normal, but the trend was going up because this is just half a month, and in 30 days, we did more than double. We did more than quadruple that. So, you know, the trend was going up, our channel was growing, so that was fantastic. And in April, it went up to $161.79. Finally, us passing that $100 mark, so that we could withdraw. April was the first time I withdrew my money that I got from YouTube. It was fantastic. It felt great. I did take my parents out for sushi, so you know, it was great. The jump from March to April is huge. So as you can see, Fallout TV show came out April 11th. So that was a fantastic coincidence right here, because I did post a lot of Fallout stuff beforehand. As you can see, like I said, I was posting Fallout stuff ever since 2023. Let's see here. Yeah, so my first Fallout video was April 8th of 2023. So it was like a good year after I started making Fallout 76 videos that I started getting a ton of views. I did get a lot of views with some of the other stuff back then, but nothing really hit as hard as the Brotherhood of Steel video did when the TV show came out. Because obviously the TV show did make a big deal out of the Brotherhood of Steel, and so a lot of the newer players who were coming into 76 were interested in getting the items of that. So of course it isn't like 57,000 right off the bat. It did take a while to get there. You can see April, we did get 5,000. It was pretty crazy seeing it past the 5,000 mark even back then, but you can see it did started growing a lot more with the time. It's sort of plateaued now. It is definitely not getting as much as it used to, like around here. You know, we're still getting 134 views in the last 48 hours. Pretty fantastic for a video that I made back in April. We're still getting a bit of views. Just by itself, it did make $249 overall, of course, but it is my most paying video for now. Of course, you can't really count this as going viral, but it is the fruit of people being hyped for the TV show. So, you know, really just showing that all you need really is one video to do well, and it can make a huge difference in the month you're getting paid. So from March to April, the jump was definitely a lot bigger, because by then it wasn't just a Brotherhood video, but a few of the other Fallout. I won't say it was all of them, because there's a lot of Fallout videos that I made that didn't even break the 1,000 view point, but definitely the power armor one, the weapon skin ones and stuff like that, they did started going up back then. And then May, we still rode that hype. As you saw here, May, yeah, over here, May is when it did have the biggest jump here with the Brotherhood of Steel stuff. So it makes sense that May was our highest paying month with $295.51. But just to make clear, even though they say this is how much I made each month, that is not how much I get in my bank account. One thing I should probably show here is that my audience, most likely due to my content being in English, most of my viewers are from the United States. 52.7% are from the United States. Because of that, I do have to pay taxes on my earnings of YouTube to the United States, and it's usually around 20%. One of the months was like 19.7, the other month was 19.9, so it's around 20%, and I think it varies a little bit because is the taxes on that alone. So as I get more views from the United States or less views from the United States, that percentage I think can vary a little bit by decimals. So the amount I get paid is that value minus 20% from the US government, and then whatever my bank charges me for the international transaction. Since I am in Brazil, they do have to transfer me the money from the States. So my Brazilian bank does charge a little bit. So whatever's left of that is how much I get. So yeah, May was our best performing, but then June we already started going down a little bit from 295 to 230. I guess the hype for Fallout has started to die down. I started to post a lot more of other games towards the end of May because our channel was growing so much. I did post a few PUBG stuff, but it did horribly. I just didn't even break the 1,000 view count. PUBG videos never do really well on my channel, but you know, I do like the game, so I do try to sneak in here and there. Never really goes anywhere though. And then I did try to break into Wuthering Waves. It was decently okay for a game that wasn't Fallout on my channel, but I don't know, I was afraid I was gonna get addicted to Wuthering Waves, just like I had done with Genshin Impact way back in the days. So after making one video, I did step away from it. I might not go back, but you know, it is something that didn't perform too terribly, but also not that great. And then of course, those who have been around for a while know that I was trying to make New World my second main game, but as you can see, also didn't do too great, especially with how New World is at the moment right now. I don't think we will be seeing too much more New World content in my channel. And then you can see some more PUBG stuff here and there. There's even my first Descendant video. I do like First Descendant a lot. We'll probably be making a few more collection videos on that, but you know, that didn't do great either. And so I think because I sprinkled those in, I'm not sure if it's the algorithm that when I try to do a different game that is not Fallout, it doesn't help much or what, but every time I do it, the views do tank a little. So I don't know. I do think YouTube wants me to focus, but at the same time, I don't. You and my mom, right? I do want to post more videos. I want to collect things in other games too. I do love Fallout, and obviously you can see that Fallout did do a lot for me since most of this is from Fallout, but I do want to play other games too. I do want to collect stuff on other games. So I will continue with Fallout, obviously, but I will definitely be posting a few videos of other stuff as well. And yeah, July, I was afraid we were going to do really badly, but we did get to 161, which is just cents different from April, just 51 cents difference. But in monetized playbacks, the difference is quite high. We did have a lot more views on July, and even then we got paid less, which is interesting to see because the watch page ads, we did make more per ad in July as well. The playback CPM as well, we had higher number for July. Everything was higher for July, but even then we made less than April by 51 cents. The information here, it does say you're receiving additional earning for a limited time. This is not available to all channels. This, if you look here, the highest spike there, it does say 55.44. None of the other spikes come even close to this, and that's because the $50 of this 55 is this $50. I did reach out to support. It was something that they were trying out and that I met the requirements, and so they gave me the $50. They didn't really explain it. It was just for that one day, and then they shut down that program or whatever it was. So definitely enjoyed having that, and that was April. So really, out of the 161, it was supposed to be 111. I guess taking that into account, then it does make sense what we saw, that July does have higher numbers in everything than April. We do make most of the money from the ads, from just the long videos. With shorts, we made 16 cents. Of course, my channel doesn't really put out that many shorts, so it makes sense that it didn't make much at all. Super, $7, that was my friend. We were testing out how much it shows there. Memberships, there's memberships, guys. If you want to help feed these YouTuber, which obviously doesn't make that much, you can click on any video of mine, watch some ads, or if you want to help more directly, you can click on join here, and there's different plans for you to help me out monetarily each month. I even made a video for it if you want to watch it later. So far we have one member. Shout out to Onobri, who has been helping me out for quite a while. If you go to revenue here, there is this huge spike in blue over here. On the blue is the Brotherhood video, and it does say 17.7 in one day. So that was a huge spike. And then you can see that the Brotherhood video did get a lot of money along the way because it is a popular theme. The pink one was unique weapons, which did get this one huge spike, but kind of died out. And then the yellow is the nuclear winter one, which as the initial spike goes, it is the best performing on day one that I had so far. But yeah, you can see here Brotherhood is still top dog. This is lifetime earning of the videos, so it did get 249 just by itself, which is incredible to think about because you did see that monthly, just by that video alone, it did generate higher than I make most months. So like I said, all you really need is one video to do really well, and that can make a huge difference in how much you get paid. The second most paying video was the armor skin ones, which you can see was made in November. I think it's time for us to update that, but we didn't get any new skins introduced in the game. I don't want to update it without having new content. That said, because this was made in November, it is without voiceover. It was back when I was just making subtitles, so you know, it's something we can look into later, I guess. That made $84 on its own. And then the Nuclear Winter one, which was very recent. This was a July 13th, so very recent, but still $52, which compared to when I made this November one, definitely catching up real quick. And fourth, somewhat surprisingly, it is my GTA video about every capable rare spawn cars. That was in September. That was even before the Power Armor video, and that still gets views, which is pretty interesting. None of my other GTA videos are getting that much views. Kind of went on a tangent here, I guess, but just wanted to show you that different videos will perform very differently. Some of them only make sense, but some of them make hundreds of dollars. So even if you don't see great results in the first few months, it's definitely something you should keep at it. They will go up eventually, and hopefully you will make more money than me. If there's anything specific that you would like to see more about in this channel, then let me know in the comment down below. As long as I'm not doxing myself, then I think I can tell you. I think. Obviously, at the moment right now, I can't live off of YouTube by itself, but it definitely is a great help. Not to mention, I am doing what I enjoy doing, which is gaming and hoarding and collecting. And that's it. How much does Small Nerd Bucket make in 6 months? Would you like to see an update to this when we do hit 1 year? Of course, I do want to quote blow up by then so that I can make more money, but I guess that would kind of mess up the whole how much you can expect realistically, yeah? But either way, I think it could be an interesting way to celebrate a year of being monetized. Maybe I'll even throw in there the complete history of Nerd Bucket like I said before. But either way, that's it from me, nerds. Happy 6 months kinda, and here's to many more collections. And remember, nerds, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So, always nerd on.